Hello, on behalf of the Newmarket Business Association, welcome to our first edition of Sidewalk Talk. Before we go any further, I'd like to acknowledge and thank Newmarket's local Channel 8 for assisting in this production. My name's Michael Provo. I'm a volunteer ambassador and board member with the Newmarket Business Association. A Sidewalk Talk is started so that we can have a chance to let our residents know a little bit more and get better acquainted with their businesses, and also with the approach of the USA 250 Newmarket 300 anniversaries to learn a little bit more about the landmarks in our community. I'd like to let you know what the NBA has been doing. It's the beginning of the year, so of course we've been setting our schedule for the year. Recently passed our budget for 2025, and also met recently with town planner Bart McDonough and Mike Polizzotti of the Stratford Regional Planning Commission regarding the update to the town's economic development chapter of the master plan, which was last done over 20 years ago. Part of the discussion included how the NBA could best work with the community to assist in attracting local businesses and also to assist businesses in getting to their customer base here in the community. I'm also standing here in front of the GAR Memorial. Now, GAR stands for the Grand Army of the Republic, and this memorial was dedicated on July 4th in 1923. It took over 60 years for the town and the GAR Post to decide to put up a memorial. And perhaps that has to do with the fact that it was such a rough time for the town during the Civil War period. It lists the names of over 176 members of New Hampshire regiments that fought in the Civil War. But more recent research has documented that there were actually over 290 Newmarket residents that fought in the Civil War. Now, 43 of those were killed, 23 killed in action, 10 as prisoners of war, and another 10 died from disease. Now, the town of Newmarket was required to pay a bounty for every soldier that enlisted, and it was years before those bounties were repaid by the state of New Hampshire. For such a small state, New Hampshire raised over 17 regiments to fight in the Civil War. And also, the towns were responsible to help equip and sustain those regiments while they were in the field. With rampant inflation and the cost of supplying and paying the bounties, by the end of the Civil War, the town of Newmarket was almost bankrupt, and it was actually required loans from private citizens in order to keep the town going and operating during this period. We're very fortunate to have with us today a picture of 4 of our Grand Army of the Republic veterans leading a Decoration Day parade around 1910. And after we look at this picture, we'll be adjourning to Panzanella's Italian Pizzeria and Restaurant to meet with the new owners.